plugs on the drill press, and then it's easier to saw them off, to set up a little zero tolerance slot there and saw them off, because then they have a flat top. And when you pound them in, these little buggers have a flat side after I saw it, and when Andrew finaled his cutting, it put a little bevel around them, so that helped to lead them in. And then we leave them proud, and then what I do, Jenna already picked the grain direction to go this way. You can see when it breaks off how it's real easy to shave them off at the surface. If the grain on the plug goes real wacko, I try to pick a straight grained material, because if the grain goes like this, let's say, this will nosedive down into the material, and then you'll end up having to live with it. But this way you can kind of sneak up on it, putting the bevel down. If you put the bevel up, it tends to want to do that too. It tends to drive it down in there. But if you go like that and do a sample cut, you'll see which way it goes. And then you can do a real high one and go like that, and then I can see that grain is going yonder. Then what you can do is you can go the other way, and you can get real close to having it shaved off.
So it's kind of real subtle to think. You have to think a lot about the grain when you're doing all this stuff. Which way the grain?
The grain direction is real important on all this stuff. And so your first one, let's say you go like that, you can see that grain is kind of going up like that. So we're good. You can continue, and then you can go right at the surface. And just by doing it, a bunch of times, you can get a feel for it.
It's a pretty darn nice shoe rack.
And it's still like that, so I can safely sneak up on it. Now, if I tried to go like this way, it'd dive down into there, and I'd have to sand that up. So maybe you guys could find those out on the next 3 sides.
Almost done here, but you want to do a quick interview?
What color should we paint them? Well, we could paint them one, and we could just draw like random stuff. We could do it.
So this grain is kind of went down.
So then you go back with the other direction. There you go. Yep.
Keep it pretty for the camera.
Yeah, that's not a real good fit on that one.
Am I doing it wrong? Are we supposed to do that?
Yeah, that bit is pretty hammered.
Okay. Well, some of them went in really, really nice, and some of them didn't.
There's a difference between that and it's kind of a hammer drill.